Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with the What Sold video. Just want to show you guys a couple things and mention a few things to keep an eye out for. I recently came across a bunch of this decon. It's like a mice and like rat killer. So if you guys happen to see that, just look it up, do a little research on it. You can't sell it in certain locations. There's some stuff about it, but it's just even just to do the research is pretty crazy what it's going for. So also something to look out for is the bounce dryer bars. If you guys see those, the bounce dryer bars seem to go pretty well just for like an old laundry type item. So it's just kind of weird things to look out for. Keep an eye out there. It's not always video games and electronics and stuff. There's other things you can make money on, and there is stuff that not everybody knows about. So this is a pretty good what sold video though. Hope you guys enjoy it. A bunch of stuff from the weekend and a pretty cool Christmas item, as well as some Harry Potter stuff. Some pretty good stuff. So hope you guys enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions. Hey everyone, back with the sales for Monday. Pretty good day, so we'll just jump right in. Sold this Lego Star Wars Hellfire Droid and Spider Droid set, brand new sealed. Took a best offer of 60 shipped. It was listed at 65. Apparently it's a gift, so I don't know if it's a gift or if it's just drop shipping, but whatever. It'll probably cost me like 12 or so to ship it. It's super light, but it'll probably go pirate ship, so pretty good deal there. Maybe it might go for 10 or so, but we'll see. Here is some video game stuff, a Super Punch Out for Super Nintendo. So for like 24 shipped, it does work. This will get put in a little box and go first class. Might cost like $3 something to ship it. Here's an Xbox 360 wired remote, but it has a grayish USB connector. It didn't come with the original one. This came in a big video game lot. I always do well with these wired Xbox 360 controllers. They seem to do pretty well. This one sold for 29 shipped. It will also go in a box with some bubble wrap. This one will probably be closer to like $5 to ship it though. Here's a Toyota Corolla body group manual for a Corolla 1100 or Corolla 1200. This came out of the $500 manual lot. This sold for $14.99 shipped. It's just going in a bubble mailer and it should cost $2 something to maybe $3 to ship it medium mail, so pretty cheap. I'm not going to pull this out, but this is a Vital Wrap. It's the wrap for a Vital Wrap system. You'll see it on the screen, but it's just the wrap part. I parted it out because sometimes people have said you can sell this particular system, but some people said you can't. So some people say just part it out. That's the best way to do it. You won't get the dings for the Medicare or medical stuff. So I sold it for 28 shipped, just this one piece. I had paid $10 for it for the whole unit, and then I've just been selling it in pieces. So this sold for 28 shipped. This one will go in a little bit of bubble wrap just to protect the plastic here, and then it will go in a bubble mailer. So that should also go first class. It's still pretty light. And then lastly, at least for right now, this is a Vokey by Titleist, a TVD 60 degree wedge. Has some wear on it, you know, from being used, but still life left. It's got a Project X shaft here, which is nothing special, but this was like $3 or $4 at a Goodwill with a bunch of other golf clubs, and I sold just this club for 45 shipped. This one goes in the triangular priority mail boxes that you can get from USPS. And it ends up probably costing somewhere between 8 to 12 to ship it to. So pretty good deal there. Just put some bubble wrap on it, throw it in a triangular box, and it's on its way. Hey everyone, back with the what sold video for, this is a Tuesday I think. So we have 5 items here. We have a 6th one that hasn't been paid for, and we still have a couple hours left, so we'll see, or an hour and something left, so we'll see if anything else sells. So the first item are these Toyota. I think they go to like a 4Runner or something. I don't remember. You'll see on the screen. These are center caps for rims. These were $5 or $6, I think, or maybe maybe 7. Or I don't remember. Somewhere around that price. I paid at a garage sale. Bought all 4. Sold them as a set for 47 shipped. They are going global shipping program, so I just have to ship them to whatever it's Kentucky or whatever it is. I think it's going to cost, if I go pirate ship for these, probably somewhere around $12 to ship them. So maybe a little bit more than that, but factor that out of my price, and we still did pretty well on that sale. So we'll just go in a box, probably a 12 by 12 by 8 or whatever it is, and then with some bubble wrap, and they'll go that way. Here's a yearbook. This is a 1977 Continental. This yearbook is falling apart, but it does have great writing and signatures there, and also came with this senior breakfast for the George Washington High School. So I just included that with the yearbook. This one ended up selling for a best offer of 25 shipped. I had it listed at 50 or best offer. With my yearbooks, if anyone comes through and offers $20 or more, for the most part, they're going to keep them at that price. So I usually list them high because people want to kind of come in and lowball you sometimes in that, and then I just accept the offer because I want to get rid of them. So this will probably ship out medium mail just in a bubble mailer, and we should be good to go there. It is falling apart, so another reason why it's good to take the 25 bucks. Here's a hat here. I don't remember what I paid for this one, actually, to be honest, but it did end up selling on a best offer for 20. I think it was listed for 30 or best offer, maybe a little more than that, 35, but it has some marks on the front, like a little bit of discoloration there. But these F1 team hats, there's different ones with different numbers here. They sell really well. So this one sold for 20 shipped for a used hat, which I'm all about that. I probably paid $1 or $2 for it. This one's just going in a box, and it'll go first class. Probably going to cost me about I don't know, 3 something to ship it, and this will probably be right around $3 to ship as well, so maybe a little bit more than that. This is a T-Mobile Sidekick 2. It's an old phone. Has like this little flip screen there. I paid a bunch of electronics I bought for $10. I sold this as is, 4 parts, not working, for 40 ship. These T-Mobile Sidekicks do really well. If you have one that's working and you get it powered on and everything's functioning, you might get, $80 to $100 on certain ones. So this one was used. It sold for 40 shipped. Happy about that. It will go first class, so we'll put it in a box with some bubble wrap, and that should cost $3 something to $4 to ship it out first class. This is the last thing. It is a Juicy Couture little bracelet, I guess it is. It's got like a heart, a horse, or a boot. I mean a horse, a boot, and a horseshoe. I paid $5 for this or $3 for this at a garage sale. I looked it up while I was there. I was talking to her about some other stuff, and it sold pretty well. I got a best offer of 25 shipped on it, and I took it. That's a great deal. It's light enough to go first class. There's no gold or anything here, just so everyone, if anyone's curious. But this ended up, like I said, selling for 25 shipped, and I'll just put it in some little bit of bubble wrap and then in a bubble mailer, and it'll go out for probably $3 or so to ship it out. It's pretty light, so maybe a little bit over that, but it'll go first class. So that's everything for now, and I'll show you guys else what sold, if anything else. If not, we'll hop into what sold. Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with the sales update for Wednesday. 5 sales. It's kind of been like that lately, a little bit slower for sure as we kind of grind through September here, but thankful for the sales, and the actual dollar amount per sale is pretty good, so can't complain there. But we'll start off with the first one. This was an offer out to a watcher. They had 1 watcher on this Isuzu Trooper manual set, and this is electronic troubleshooting manual and the workshop manual. Had it listed at like 80 or best offer. These ones don't sell as well, but I listed them high, hoping someone might come through with an offer, but I sent one out for 50 late last night. Before I go to bed, I usually look to see if there's any offers I can send out. Sent this one out. They did accept. It is a global shipping sale. It's going to go into a box and go medium mail probably for $6, somewhere around there, $7, and it's going to go towards the global shipping center. So a pretty good deal there. Another manual sold. This one was a best offer. It's a Mazda MX-5 Miata wiring diagram for $19.90. Got an offer of this one for $45. It was listed at $55, I believe. This one is going, I think, local. The person said they're restoring a Miata and they're doing some kind of engine conversion, I guess. And they needed this for the wiring diagram. So I thought 45 was a more than fair offer, and I ended up accepting that. This one's just going to go in a bubble mailer. It will ship medium mail, and I'll ship it for like $3 or so. So great deal there. These were some patterns. I think I got these from storage unit. I don't even remember. I think they were just thrown in the pile. Usually when I'm at the storage unit, guys, so I just make a huge pile. I have a couple of higher dollar things he likes and he thinks are valuable, but all the stuff he doesn't, I just throw in these little things that'll sell for 10, 15 bucks, 20 bucks, $5, whatever it is, trying to make a big pile and then use that to kind of make the deal a little bit sweeter. But I think I threw these in there. I looked them up, and individually they didn't go for a whole lot. They make these little punch needle rugs. There's that one. There's this one with like a, what is this? A pheasant. And I guess they're just really the pattern, I guess, for it and stuff. So, and then this one is the one that I thought was the best. This one is the horse. So these were sold as is. I just lotted them all together, and someone offered $40, and they now own them. So super stoked about that, because I'm sure I factored them in for maybe $1 each or something. So great deal. Here is, and those will just go into a box. They'll probably ship at about I don't know, $8 to $10 pirate ship, just based on size and everything. This one right here is a 49ers Colin Kaepernick women's, I think, size large jersey. Yes, it sold once before for $40. The buyer got it and said he gave it to his friend, and it didn't fit her. So I guess he thought she was a different size than what she was. So I don't know how that went, but he returned it. I have free returns. It's just the way the world works. Sometimes you have to deal with that in business. Relisted it and it sold again for $40. I had $5 in this one, so we're still gonna make money even after the free return. And then lastly, these are the GE phone jacks. I paid $10 for this pair, which is more than I usually want to pay unless they're brand new. I really want to be more at like $5 range for a set of them, but I was at a new thrift store I had found, and guy was super nice, gave me really good deals on everything else. Like everything else was $1 or $2, so he was trying to really sell me on buying some more stuff. So I ended up buying these for $10. They sold for $30 shipped. It'll probably cost $7 something to ship them, maybe in a padded flat rate. And then by the time it's all said and done, we might make $8 or something like that. So not great, but look out for these phone jacks. GE makes them, Philips makes them. I think Radio Shack makes them, maybe RCA makes them, something like that. A bunch of different brands, and if you get them brand new sealed, easily $50-$55. So definitely, and if you can get them used, obviously like this, if you can get them cheap at like an estate sale, garage sale, you can still sell them for somewhere between 10 to 15 a piece. So pretty good deal there. Hello everyone, back with the final sales from Thursday. Only 2 today. Not that great really. This is a KZG driver. Interesting brand. I hadn't heard about it, but I had bought some clubs and these were in there, so I bought it. It did sell for $30, but due to size, it's probably going to cost, I don't know, 12 or 14 to ship it. It's not heavy at all, but it's just pretty long, so won't make a ton of money, but happy to get rid of that. And last, this is a Marines kind of like tracksuit type thing. Made by New Balance. I forgot what size it is, but I got all this and a bunch of military stuff that I had bought, and then this sold for a best offer of $40 shipped. Hey everyone, we are back with the sales update for the weekend. It is Christmas, not really, but we actually sold some Christmas stuff, which is pretty cool. But we have a great weekend here, guys. There's like 41, 42 sales, something like that, and we're not even done yet. This is from Friday through Sunday. We have about 2.5 hours left on Sunday, so a couple more things could pop up. So it's been an awesome day. Weekend, I should say, very blessed and thankful. So I wanted to show you guys, we'll get this big stuff out of here first, and then we'll start working on everything else. But as you can see, a bunch of Christmas stuff. This is one of those little Christmas, I don't know what kind of board it's called, but little snowman here. Has a level how many inches of snow. Here is a Santa Claus. This one is like one of those plasticky almost signs. It's actually by Color Clings from '96. Comes with the stake and everything. He's got some yellowing, but still cool. And then this is another one of the Color Clings. This one says Merry Christmas. Nice Christmas tree and everything. So these were $1 each, so $3 at a garage sale, and they ended up selling for a best offer. I listed them all together. This is my first time really dealing with these type of Christmas decorations. It was just kind of something I wanted to experiment with because I found them so cheap, and they sold for $80 shipped, but they're going to New Jersey. So I did mention the listing. There's a little crack there. I mentioned that, and that I was going to undo the stakes. Sorry, there's a mess over there with the death pile. Going to undo the stakes, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have to calculate the shipping. I have no idea what it's going to cost. I imagine it's going to be pretty expensive just because of size, not because of weight. But what I'm going to do is bubble wrap them and then put some cardboard in between them to keep them kind of protected, and then we should be good to go there. I don't think it's going to be more than $40, and even if it was $40 to ship it, I only spent $3 and sold it for $80, so still plenty of money to be made. I definitely will pick them up again if I can find them. Running down here to the bottom, this is a Call of Duty storage container. I have Black Ops 2. It's supposed to have a bunch of cool stuff inside, but it doesn't. I'm even missing one. It's got one piece of foam, but it should have one over there. This was part of a big buy I had from the storage unit guy, and this sold just as it is, kind of with wear and everything. This thing's pretty big, but it sold for $60 shipped. It's going to Arizona, I think, so it's pretty close. It shouldn't cost more than $20 to ship it based on where it's going, so I'm happy about that. I don't think I had much. I just threw this into the pile when I was buying from them. So those are the two biggest things, but we still have some other big stuff. We got this pumpkin. He's not a super old one, but He lights up. There's like a cord in the back there. I think he was $1, $2, $3, something like that at a garage sale. He sold for 40 shipped. A little bigger size, but he weighs basically nothing, so it's still not going to cost that much. Even if it goes FedEx, it probably won't be more than 15 bucks, so there's still some good money there. Up top here, we have a Lego set. This is number 8692. This is part of the $1,000 buy that I had. Well, actually, it's $1,600 in total, but this came out of the $1,000 portion. It is complete. It's not brand new. It's a complete. I counted the pieces, and it sold for 25 ship, full price. Here is the Lenin Guard system. When I bought a bunch of chess books, you guys should look back if you want to see it. It actually was an awesome deal. We spent 60 bucks on chess books, and I might have made, between my wife and I, because she's been selling them on Amazon, we're probably $600 or $700, I think, in sales just on chess books, and I still have some left. So this sold for 18 shipped, goes in a bubble mailer, goes medium mail. Experiencing God, what the cover looks like, you'll see on the screen too. Paid $1 at States. So I just scanned it real quick because it looked interesting, and it sells for about 10, and that's what I listed for, and that's what I got. Couple of shop manuals. These are from the $500. These two are from the $500 manual lot. I think this one's from a different buy that was like 10 bucks, but this Honda Civic one sold for 25 shipped or 30 shipped, something like that, somewhere around there, maybe 35. This Cadillac one was not that good. It sold for like 13 shipped. It's going to cost like 4 or 5 medium mail. We'll make a couple bucks on it, but it was just part of the lot, so I listed it. This was a good one. This 1986 mid-year Nissan truck sold for 50 shipped. Look out for the older truck manuals. A lot of people still have those trucks. Those are the manuals that have done the best. Or like classic cars like Camaros, stuff like that, Mustangs. People will still buy those. This is a bunch of, I think they're Korean books. That's what I listed them as. Someone on Facebook Marketplace a while back, right around like Thanksgiving time of last year, I think it was, they posted that they had all these books and they were free. They were all different languages and stuff. So I picked, there were some Chinese ones, Korean ones, and they're like 4 or 5 different sets. If anybody wanted them, otherwise she was going to toss them. So I went down there and picked them all up. So I said, I'll take a shot on them. And I've ended up doing really well. This lot sold for 50 shipped for all these. So I know nothing about them, but take a look at the screen. You can probably see them. We'll go over here. This is a little Inesco jazz guy, musical jazz. He actually makes noise. We won't turn it on. I bought a bunch of these from Storage Unit Guy as well. I might have spent 20 bucks on all of them, and I got like 10 of them, 20 of them, something like that, somewhere in between there. And this guy alone sold for 40 shipped. And I haven't sold any other ones yet. I definitely think the market on these is slow, but pretty good deal for one little figure. Here is a Cuisinart DLC 8. This is the lid. It does not have the pusher that goes in here, but it does have the lid and the chute. This comes off a food processor. That sold for like 32 shipped. Good deal there. Here is a Sega Dreamcast. Sorry, my light is in the way a little bit. This one was covered in stickers. I've gotten them off, but you can kind of see where the stickers were, and some of them I couldn't get off. But I got on the top, there was a promiscuous lady, so we did not want to leave that on there in case the kids or something want to buy it. But the rest of them I kind of left. But it does work. It sold for 49 shipped. I buy aftermarket cords for that. They're like $3 each for the AV cable, so it's cool. We'll do the video games. This came out of a recent buy from Storage Unit Guy. I spent $3.50. This sold for 55 shipped. It does come with the cartridge in the case. Here's a Special Herbs box set, volume, I don't know, 0 to 9. Yeah. I bought a bunch of CDs, kind of a lot of underground stuff and different like hip hop and rap stuff. This was in there. It's a 3 CD set. Sent an offer to Watchers, had it listed at 50, sent an offer to Watchers out at 35, and someone took it, so good deal there. This is from the $1,000 buy or whatever from Storage Unit Guy. This is a PC game, was just sitting in there, sold for $8 shipped, sold within like a week. Ape Escape sold for $9 for PSP, don't remember where I got it from. This was a cool game. I left the garage, so I bought some video games, and I couldn't remember if this one was worth anything. All of his games were basically $3 a piece. As I left, I was like, I went to the next sale and I looked it up. I'm like, let me look up that game. I should have looked it up while I was there. And sure enough, this game is one of those ones where some people list it for like 10 or 12 and it sells, but a lot of people will sell it for 18, 20, up to like 25. You just have to like price it right. So there's not a lot of them out there. So I sold mine for 23 or 24 shipped. I paid $3. So awesome deal there. And if you're selling video games, like hopefully you saw on the screen, take the case, open the case up, put the manual and the game outside and do it as one picture. I take one picture, that's all I do. And I usually get higher end prices on my video games. If you're using the stock image, expect to get less because you're going to. And if you're just going to leave the game inside there on the front screen, I think some people like to see the disc and everything on that front screen, and it helps with my sales for video games. So just a little tip. No charge for that. Just kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. There's no charge. PS2 Dead to Rights 2. This sold for like 11 or 12 shipped, something like that. That came out $1,000 buy. This was in the same buy with Pokemon Heart Gold. This is PokePark for Wii. Sold for 20 shipped. Super Mario Galaxy. Same with PokePark. That sold for like 12 shipped or something like that. Oh, a surprise one. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. All the way down to 15 shipped. Horrible. Those used to go for 20, 25 bucks. Now they're down. Is that Twilight Princess is like 12 or 11 or 12, something like that. Mario Kart Wii, I think, is 15 or so shipped. And then Civilization came out of the lot with $1,000 buy or whatever. This, I gotta take that. I didn't even see that on there. I listed it like that. Whoops. That sold for 10 shipped. Just a PC game. So pretty cool. Here was a Wii that was in the $1,000 buy. That sold for 30 shipped. It's just a console. It does work, and it is GameCube compatible. That should go in a padded flat rate. Here's a little Sanyo remote. It goes to a TV VCR, I think, or something like that. I was surprised this one sold, but it sold for like 12 or 13 shipped, and it sold within a week. So I don't always pick up Sanyo. They're not always that great, but some of the remotes seem to have some value now, so I'll have to check them out. This is like a little, I forgot what it's called. Is it by Ericsson? I don't know what it's by. Who knows? On the screen you should see it, guys. I'm sorry. There's so much stuff here to keep track of. This sold for like 18 shipped. I think I paid $3 or $5 for this at a garage, so I knew nothing about it. Kind of bought it just on a whim. It's been listed for a long time. Had it at 25 or best offer. Someone offered 18, and I said it was theirs. It's pretty light, though. It might go first class, maybe in a padded flat rate. We will not make a ton on that, but I'm happy to get rid of it. Street Fighter 2 for Genesis. This sold for 13 shipped, just the cartridge. That came with $1,000 buy. Here is a Motorola Pink Razor. I bought a bunch of electronics for 10 bucks. This was in there, already sold. One phone for 40. This one just sold for 20, as is. People like the Motorola Razors for some reason, so especially if you can verify if they work and the IMEI is clear or whatever, you can do well. So look out for those razors. Here's an iPhone 5th generation, 30 gig. Oh, there's my forehead. You guys can see that. It does work. I think the battery just doesn't hold, but I listed it as is, and it sold for 32 shipped. I had paid $5 for that. iPhone XS Space Gray 256 gig was $1 for the box. This sold for 10 shipped on the best offer. People are still buying the phone boxes, so usually if you have the newest phone, a lot of people buy them around Christmas time for jokes and stuff too, so sometimes it is worth listing them now. Here's Motorola Saber 1E little walkie-talkie things. I paid 10 bucks for a box of these. There were 2 of these in there, and then a bunch of charging little porta pocket things for charging them. These sold for 30 shipped. Yeah, they don't work. They're as is. And then I listed all the chargers separately, so pretty good there. Here's a navy camo like shirt, blouse or whatever it is they call. This sold for like, I don't know, 18 shipped, something like that. I had bought a bunch of these a while back. I have a couple sources that I can sometimes get military stuff from, and it usually does well. Here's another Lego set. This is from the $1,000 buy. This is 7620. I didn't count all the pieces, but it was mostly built, and I just listed it that it was near complete because everything seemed to be there, but I didn't want to count it all. It was just too much. I was done with the Legos after a while. So that sold for 30 shipped, though, on a best offer, which is a great deal for a used set that's not complete. These are Harry Potter wands. My wife bought all these from Walmart, retail arbitrage. They come sealed. You don't know which wand you're going to get. They were $5 on clearance at Walmart. She bought 66 of them or something like that. I don't know, a lot. She bought a lot. You guys didn't see all the sales because I didn't show them in the beginning because it was kind of her deal. But at this point now, she said it's cool. So I showed you guys a couple early on, but we've sold off all the individuals. We're down to just 4 complete sets that we have. There's 9 in a set. So we would have $45 in these plus tax, and the whole set sold for 180 shipped. So an awesome retail arbitrage. She opened them all. We made complete sets. We had 4 complete sets when she opened all of them. Then I sold the rest individually. So made money on these. Not open like that. So great deal. Bose Companion 2 Series 3 speakers. These are computer speakers, actually pretty good quality ones. These came in the buy I just had from Storage Unit Guy. Kind of see a trend here. A lot of his stuff is in my sales. These are tested and work. and they sold for 68 shipped in like 2 days. So great deal there. This is also from him. We're going to move the speakers down real quick. You guys may have seen the video. I bought a bunch of Genie remotes from him. You guys have, if you've been watching, you had to have seen the Genie remotes. They were awesome. I kept selling these little garage door remotes. I also got a couple of units. This is box 1 of 2. It just has the motor that moves the thing. It doesn't have the track for the garage door. This sold, there's the model 2028 2TX. This sold for $170 shipped. The box is open, but it's brand new. It's sold on a best offer. It's going to Florida, but it actually should go pirate ship because the weight's not too bad and the size is perfect for that. Lego set from the $1,000 buy. 8698, brand new sealed Bionicle. Doesn't have like a Target sticker there or something. Only $648 back then. Would have been a great deal because it sold for $55 shipped. The person lives in Idaho, I believe. It's a birthday gift, they said. Not one of those ones that's a fake gift where they just say don't put an invoice in it. This one sounds like a legitimate gift. And they wanted to pay extra for priority, but I was going to do priority anyways on it, so I'm not going to charge them. I told them it's totally cool. That's how I factored it in. I'll get it packed up and it should make it. So pretty cool for 55 shipped there. This is a Shoevy. Deodorizes shoes. I paid $5 for this while I was on vacation up in Mammoth, California. If you've ever been, check it out. Pretty cool area, but I go to thrift stores while I'm there. I've convinced my in-laws, because they go with us to this camping trip, to let us spend a day or two looking at some thrift stores in the area just for a couple hours, and they let me. So awesome with that. This was bought there for $5 and it sold for $40 shipped on a best offer. Big box, but super light. I had it listed at $60. It's been up for quite a while now, a few months, but I really should have countered with like 50, try to get 50 for it or a little bit more, just because it is a little bit bigger. But I'm thinking it'll probably end up costing still maybe 15 to 16 to ship it. So we'll still make some money there. And lastly, at least for what I have to show you guys right now, sorry for all the talking. I try to be pretty quick, but this is a pair of Danner Acadia 21210 boots. These were $10. I have this source. You can see they have been used, a little bit of wear on the bottom, but overall there's definitely a lot of life left there. We'll check the other one out too. There's some toe box creasing, just a creasing right there, but again, overall these are still pretty good boots. I have a new source. You can see there's some wear in the back here and some here, but overall, again, pretty good. These are higher end boots right here. This model has sold for as high as like 100 and something. I listed mine for 85 shipped, expecting to get some offers to come through, and they ended up actually selling full price 85 shipped. So I paid $10 for these from a new source that I kind of found. They have garage sales every other weekend, and I actually see them at garage sales the other times because they go out and buy and they resell at their own every other week. So chances are they bought these at someone else's sale that I could have bought and probably paid less because they only charged me $10 for them. When I go there, it's funny though, be a quick story. There's the gentleman that has the sale, him and his wife, I believe, do it. I've never asked, but I assume so. He is the one you want to deal with because his prices are always, a lot better. Like these would, if the wife was, she priced these $20. Every time I want boots, $20 there. When he's there, he's like 15 or sometimes 10, or if he says 15, I can offer 10 and he'll take it. So I'm guessing they probably paid like $5 for him or a couple bucks for him because he only charged 10. So great deal. Again, they do have some wear, which is why I was surprised they got the full price. I'm still a little leery because I'm like, I kind of listed that, they were definitely used, but they have life left. But I was hoping that someone might come through a little bit less, like 70, 65, and I could probably take it. But someone paid full. Hopefully there'll be no issues. This is the only one I'm real concerned about. But again, these are quality boots, and like I said, some of the comps are way higher than this. So happy with that, and that's all to show you guys right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if I have anything else to show you, I won't be selling anything unless you want to buy stuff in my store, which, by the way, I did put the link to my store in my YouTube because some people have asked about certain things, and some people have found me just by searching eBay, but I just put a link there, so that way if you guys do want to go in there direct, even not to buy anything, but just to look at my listings or what I have up or kind of my store and what I bought, feel free to take a look, kind of get an idea. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care. Hey everyone, final sale from the weekend. It's actually 2 sales, and this is one I think if I did it again, I'd do it differently. I had listed this Animusha game. It sells for like $10 or so, and it did sell for that. But this is the one that comes with the card. I had listed this first, and I found the card after. and I listed this separately, and I listed it for like 20 bucks or best offer. Someone bought this and only cared about the card and asked where it was. Then they found my listing for the card, offered me $5. I was gonna counter with 10, and that's what I thought I was gonna do. And then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, I just clicked accept and accepted the $5 offer. So I got 15 for it, which is still good. It came out of the $1,600 lot, so I'll take it. But I think I could have got closer to 20 or something if I would have listed them together, because it seems like it's a little bit harder to find. So I definitely, I'm pretty sure, I guess I should say, I left some money on the table there, but the person seemed excited, so hopefully they'll enjoy it. They'll go to a good collection, and I'm happy to get it out of here.